Welcome back, Halo followers. Today we got some Halo Infinite news, including new lore, new images, new screenshots, new details about the game, and the armor and lore behind the armors and maps. So a lot to dive in today. Guys, be sure to smash that like button blue, and of course subscribe. Join me on the journey of following Halo. So one of the key highlights was the first real look at Halo Infinite's free-to-play multiplayer experience this week. Obviously, we got a lot of new weapons and gadgets and equipment to look at, and this was pretty big, so if you haven't seen that, check it out. Starting your training journey at a hidden facility on a frontier world. Alright, this is actually a map named Live Fire, which we actually have details on the map names too, so we'll talk about that soon. But it is actually dedicated to Avery J. Johnson, that's Sergeant Johnson. It's called the Academy of Military Science. Okay, this is a new mode where you can test with bots, and I think it's actually multiplayer as well, friendly. But anyway, there's a Spartan called Spartan Agrana. I probably butchered that name. Anyway, her first name is Lorette. This is Lorette here, and basically, over the last few years, they said, the Master Chief and the other UNSC forces have embarked on a daring mission to stop Cortana's efforts to bring a cold and unforgiving order to the galaxy. So we suspected that is what Master Chief was on Zeta Halo for. Obviously, with the campaign cutscene we got some more details, giving us the idea that, of course, Chief is there to destroy Cortana. And with the Chief and the other heroes occupied at Zeta Halo and elsewhere across the galaxy, the need to train and prepare for a new generation of Spartan super soldiers has fallen on a very capable shoulders of Spartan Agrana, or Lorette, who is no stranger to what it means to have heroes that can be relied on. And during many challenges of her own, she's now the one helping give others new chances to make a difference. I suspect that she is a replacement for Spartan Palmer, but I can't be completely sure. Anyways, obviously we have a new overview, which I broke down the other day, but let's talk about the lore with the armors here. This armor is actually the Aviator Helmet and is tailored for use by cybernetically augmented aerospace pilots. Among its many special features, is a high bandwidth machine interlink configured to operate seamlessly with next-gen neural interlaces. So very cool, and especially the visor really stands out there. This armor, Zavedza, I don't know what that is. Faceplate incorporates a programmable phased array antenna grid. Through leveraging its full capacities has proven to be a challenge for software developers. Take note of how these armor coatings look different from each other. The spectacle, the reflections, the dirt and grime. A lot of details are put into the armor coatings here. We also have Soldier. The latest iteration of the Soldier helmet features a new revision of Material Group's Combat Catalyst firmware. Material Groups is most likely from actually this cutscene or trailer, whatever you want to call it. Very, very cool. This is the place where they make Spartan armor, it seems, and they probably mine a bunch of rich metals to make the Spartan armor as strong as it is, as seen in the Halo games and cutscenes. The fire armor synchronization features remain unfinished, but Dr. Halsey's interest may accelerate development. Pretty much just confirmed that Dr. Halsey is chilling out with the Infinity, most likely, at least up until Halo Infinite story really kicks off, because I do believe the Infinity has been destroyed. But anyway, let's move on to this helmet. You know, we have full prosthetic options with all arms and legs. We can start with the hand, lower arm, and then upper arm. And same thing with the legs. We probably will have either feet, shins, or upper leg abilities or option to basically customize our Spartans exactly how we want it with prosthetic arms and legs. Of course, I'm going to be making a fully prosthetic Spartan, so I'm pretty sure many of y'all will probably want to do the same thing. And we actually also got this post of the Spartan Mark 7 Gen 3 armor, which is meant for display, but if you're curious about it, it's actually given us a complete 360 view and armor turnaround of this Spartan armor. And actually, there is a good chance that the classic Halo 1 pistol may be returning, but I haven't quite found that evidence directly myself, as I don't know where it is, but people said that it's somewhere on this page, so just some food for thought. I think the Halo 1 pistol would probably be coming back, in all honesty, even though they said that it wouldn't be coming at launch anyway. But anyway, this next breakdown here is actually of the Skewer, and it's a brute design originating from before their alliance with the Covenant. So this weapon is old. It's probably at least 30, 40, maybe even 50 years old of a design. This is a very brute-ish design, and it's made by the brutes. But this is basically a harpoon weapon. The Skewer officially is called an anti-tank spike cannon used by banished packs for anti-personnel task. The massive sharpened projectile is devastating, more than a match for titanium alloy armor at range, but reloading is a difficult task. So even in lore, this can cut right through Spartan armor. So absolutely devastating one-shot kind of weapon. You can kind of use it as a sniper, although it's probably going to be a bit less effective and has a long reload time. We also have the commando here, which isn't new by any degree, but of course it's brand new image of the VK commando, which is kind of like a automatic DMR in my opinion, just a bit weaker than the DMR. But anyway, we also have some vehicle breakdowns. The Banshees that dominate the local banished occupation fleet have been thoroughly optimized to increase armor and combat durability, but also maintain the base chassis and core performance aptitude. So I would say that's probably hinting that this Banshee will be stronger. It certainly looks stronger as it has added armor, but of course, bottom line is making sure that it works with the sandbox, and they're not going to have a super beefy Banshee if that makes the gameplay off balance. We also have, of course, the beloved Chopper. The shared knowledge of 6 disparate clans contributed to the refined and imposing Chopper design that now permutates the banished ranks. Its raw firepower and visceral locomotion provide their forces with the perfect tool for both moralizing any enemy presence. And we know when these things blow up in gameplay that this becomes a big rogue will, and I suspect that it will be able to splatter players on the go after, of course, the Chopper occupant blows up and dies. This will is going to be a problem on the battlefield, and I think that's really fun and stupid. It's going to be pretty cool. But we also have the Ghost, all right? The Ghost has been proven to be a versatile and mainstay in the banished garages as it is within the Covenant. This particular iteration focuses on forward armor while also providing enhanced firepower. With all the emphasis on improving these vehicles, I wonder if we will see classic Ghost along the banished Ghost, and these will probably be a bit tougher but maybe a bit slower. So maybe we're going to see multiple versions of these vehicles, even though all we're seeing right now and know about is the banished ones. But maybe we'll see the classic Covenant Chopper and the classic Covenant Banshee and Ghost and all these other vehicles, including the Wraith, which we saw in the gameplay but have no image or breakdown for. But we also have the Wasp coming back in from Halo 5, pretty much the exact same thing that you can expect from Halo 5's Wasp. It's a one-man vehicle that shoots both rockets and just a bunch of firepower, a bunch of machine guns on it. And we also have the Razorback, right? So they say originally a specialized offshoot of the traditional Warthog, the latest Razorback model is the result of the robust design study that incorporated learnings from the rigorous testing programs on several virtually uncharted worlds. Even without onboard weapon systems installed, the up-armored design and increased payload capability makes the Razorback an equally viable option on the battlefield along its more ubiquitous porcine cousin. God, they use words in this I just can't pronounce. But yeah, this is probably going to be stronger than the Warthog, maybe a bit slower, although from what I've seen, there's in the gameplay it varies in speed. I don't know if that's a cinematic thing for the trailer or if it is actually going to have some drawbacks. We do know that you can put stuff in the back, including flags and bombs and objectives and even fusion coils and weapons. There's a compartment where you can put weapons there. Will people come up and steal them? Steal your weapons? Yeah, probably. But we know that this is a 4-person passenger vehicle, that the flag carrier can probably sit in the back, but we do know from the gameplay they can set up here in the front. We also have a little bit of talk about the AI, and you know, when it comes to AI, the UNSC at this moment in time is a little bit hesitant, but they nonetheless have AIs running on all the Spartans, and there is Lumu, one of the available constructs that we're going to be able to try out and have assist us during Spartan training and combat endeavors, probably towards like big team battle and other modes that they might be able to help provide assistance in. You know, we know that everything on the battlefield is being provided via Pelican and airdrops, so there's a lot of moving pieces in big team battle, and it's going to feel like a real battlefield to some extent, you know. Lumu constructs share a common citation calculus core with AI used in the fields of finance, providing a distinctive cost-benefit approach to decision-making assistance. That being said, they aren't quite as fun at parties. Yeah, so now we're going to be talking about the lore of the maps, all right? So they said that they're going to break this down more with Halo Infinite's multiplayer spaces down the road, but here's a little dab of detail. This first map, Behemoth. All right, this map, absolutely beautiful palm trees, big blue skies, and probably is on some kind of stilt in this map, might be rotating or moving periodically. So this place has survived 100 millennia, but this ring still holds fast to secrets yet unknown. Kind of makes me think about Easter egg hunting, and also how well of a forge map is this going to be, and how big is this place? Obviously, I think it's pretty much surrounded by this classic looking Forerunner structure here. We also have fragmentation, all right? That is the name of this map that people have been calling Valhalla 3.0. Of course, there's a lot of reason to believe why this isn't a new iteration of Valhalla. It's obviously, I think, been inspired to some degree, or maybe even by that one classic Halo 1 map that I don't even remember the name of, where it had big pillars that you could teleport on and walk across a big battlefield on. But it looks like there's two choke points here. Two big choke points here, and then this is the other base, and we're right next to the other, I guess the main base, right? So one base here, probably a symmetrical design. Maybe, maybe not, but anyway, this map is called Fragmentation. Now more than ever, Installation 07's serene surface belies a deeper strain in conflict. Pretty eerie description. Doesn't really give us much detail about what we can expect, but this is a big team battle map. Recharge. So I've been calling this Hydra or Axis for short, just because we don't know the name of the maps until now, but this map is named Recharge, and resource infrastructure facilities such as those run by Axis's hydroelectric division help maintain stable energy grids for colony worlds throughout the UE. Really hoping most Halo Infinite's maps do not look like this, because it's a rather boring design that we've seen a lot in Halo 5's map, which is just constant facility after facility after facility, which is why I think these other maps here are really refreshing to Halo Sandbox, because we really didn't get stuff like this in Halo 5, a little bit in Halo 4, but mostly in Halo 5 it was lacking stuff. It was too much of this. But we now have live fire, that's the name of this map. And structures at Avery J. Johnson Academy of Military Science ensure their Spartans are prepared for any challenge that a hostile galaxy throws at them. This map is live fire, appears to be a big team battle map, as well as the stage for the Academy training map. Although I could be wrong about that, it appears that it is both, or that they are both designed on the same kind of aesthetics and models, you know, so there might be two versions of this map. And this map is called Bazaar. The East African Protectorate's plan to rebuild the glassed urban core of Mombasa was ambitious and expensive, but Project Rebirth investment by the UEG and UNSC activity at the nearby Voi accession has revitalized some sections of the metropolis. So this map, if this looked all a little bit familiar to you, like Halo 2's Mombasa, I think it might actually be based or inspired from that one classic map from Halo 2 that was based in Mombasa, but even not, and probably not, from what I can tell, it looks like some big different version of it. Still looks very cool and very refreshing in Halo's sandbox and lineup of maps. And that's pretty much it. Of course, we have Season 7 coming soon. Not much to say about the trailer, just some dialogue and some CGI, but that is coming June 23rd. And also on June 24th, we will be getting Inside Infinite, which was skipped last month, but is basically a blog series where they've been talking about Halo for most of the year, and this month, actually, June 24th, they're going to be talking about what the team has been doing, working on Halo Infinite, and members of the live team to talk about player engagement and customization. So they're probably going to be talking about leveling up, the progress as a player in multiplayer, talking about how the ranking system is going to work in more detail, but also customization and live service stuff. So about more incoming DLC, free DLC, maybe paid DLC. They're probably going to be talking about the Battle Pass, aka Season Pass. So something to keep your eye on. June 24th, I might even be live streaming this. So yeah, anyways, a bunch of stuff you don't want to miss. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Of course, be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content, and I'll catch you guys in the next one soon. Peace.